Yo, and hello, everybody. Mike here, baseball collector. Happy Tuesday. I guess it is, end of the week. I got a couple things I want to talk about today. A little bit about the hat I'm wearing, PSA, a little bit. And then I'm going to show you a pickup that I had, which is really cool. And I want to talk about Albert Pujols and his career and where I think he kind of lands in baseball history. It's always cool to watch players make. It's so much fun for me to watch accomplishments happen. And every year you get another layer of statistics to add to a person's resume and to add to their legacy. If you think about, Mike Trout has another year under his belt and Pujols is retired, but Cabrera, great, Scherzer, Verlander, Kershaw, those guys. You just get to see them continue to add statistics to their resume. It's fun to see that. Now that the year's done, you can kind of go, all right, how'd that look? And Pujols is done, and I'm going to talk about him a little bit. But PSA DNA, or PSA and PSA DNA, both are, prices have come down pretty much across the board on all grading companies. PSA, SGC have lowered prices recently. And it's gotten where Ty and I talked about this on the Fly yesterday on Bench Clear, that for me, prices have gotten where I'm ready to start sending cards in again. And I'd been, piling up cards. I did that some when it was at the $22 level, and 18 feels even better. I really think we're headed towards like $12 a card. Like, it wouldn't surprise me in a few months if it's cheaper. I think there's going to continue to be an erosion of grading fees, which is good, I think, for the collectors in the hobby that want to grade their cards. And it's really good for a lot of people because they'll actually send stuff in. And I think they need cards because they have high capacities and they need people to grade them. And so you have to lower your price to get people to send cards in. So I finally got to the point I'm sending in kind of a bunch of stuff from extra sets that I have that are filling out years. I have a 77, 78 top set that I got that were beautiful cards. And so I pulled out every card that I needed graded from those sets and sent them in, including leaders cards and every, team cards, whatever was on my list. What's great is I have no cost in the card. So all I'm doing is paying for the grading. And so that's just, again, how I want my collection to be. Everybody's going to be different. There's plenty of you that watch this channel, that watch me, and think grading is a total joke. And never will I send in any cards. I like my cards just like they came out of the pack, so, okay. What I don't like is people that criticize grading. I'm not criticizing people for wanting their cards to be non-graded. So why would you criticize somebody for choosing to have their cards graded? I get that a lot. I see that a lot of negativity towards grading, and that just bugs me. The one thing I will say, even guys that are pro grading like myself, and even guys that are self-admittedly drinking the PSA Kool-Aid, and you're like, you're an idiot. You are just, you're blind to all other things because of your just affection for PSA. And it's maybe, the answer is maybe, but the reality is I want all my cards to look the same. So I pick a grading company. If they were all SGC, I would have made the Beast to hold SGC slabs. If that had been the company that I had adopted early on. But the reality is, when I started building my collection 10, 12 years ago, PSA was much more accepted, and there were many, 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 many more cards available to me that I wanted to add to my collection in PSA. So that became it. And changing now would be akin to, collecting suicide for me, because I can't regrade them all. I can't cross them over. That would be so astronomical. We're talking about 4,000 slabs. It's not, even if they gave me a break and charged me $1 a slab to cross them over, I wouldn't do it. Honestly, it would be too much of a pain in the butt. And so that's the bet I made 10 or 12 years ago. I'm lying in it. I own it. It is what it is. And so that's how I want it to be. Again, you may think that's completely silly. You're welcome to that opinion. But I don't like just the straight up, complete, absolute criticism and zero respect for just someone wanting it a certain way. That's what bothers me, I guess. I don't even know how I got on this tangent, because I was actually going to complain about PSA a little bit, and mainly on the PSA DNA side. And it's more of I've got 4 orders right now at PSA DNA. One from January of 22, March of 22, and July of 2022. And then I've got one that I just sent in, which was that one postcard of Sam Thompson that I sent in. That's there. That's already logged, and my credit card's already been charged. So, meaning I think that one's going to get done pretty quick, which always makes no sense to me. Just grade them in the order that they come in. If it's a part of a bulk order or part of a larger order, that just is what it is. And your cards, when they come in, should just get in line behind all the other ones that are there already. I've got 3 orders out at PSA right now. And those orders are literally I just mailed one today. So that'll be the 3rd one. So technically I have 2 orders there, one on the way there. And it's a combination of stuff that is from a collection that we're consigning, that we're going to resell those cards, and then a bunch of them that are PC cards for me, just piggybacking onto the submission to get the bulk rate through our Chasing Cardboard PSA membership. That's what it is. So yeah, why not? And so looking forward to those coming back at whatever point they come back. It's funny though, I complain about how long my orders have been out there. I don't really care. It's just kind of annoying. I'd like my cards back sooner rather than later, always. But they're PC stuff for me, so just as long as I get it back, sometime this millennium would be great. And just kind of the not knowing, because I submitted those through Garrett, the other 3 orders besides the one I did myself. So it's just okay, wish I kind of knew more, but at the end of the day, I don't control it. So worry about the things you can control. And so that's it. Let me show you a pickup, and let's talk about Albert Pujols. That'll be fun. Hang on. Okie doke. So this first one was a 4 Sharp Corners pickup. And if you don't know 4 Sharp Corners, they're an online seller, they sell on eBay, but they also sell direct on their website. And so I get emails every week, 10% off, 15% off, 12% off, whatever, some number off of their eBay listings. And that's usually a really good deal. Plus they charge less shipping and there's no tax. So I picked this up. This was a Hall of Fame rookie autograph that I was been eyeballing for a while. And I saw a couple of private signings for Edgar Martinez. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got this card. I want to say I paid maybe $60 for it. That sounds right. He charges $70 to $80 to sign in person. Then you have to have the card, and then you have to get it. This is a dual service grade because it grades both the card and the auto. So it's a Mint 9 card, auto 10. By the time you're into that, for $150 probably, give or take. And so these are just times when I go to 4 Sharp Corners, I'm like, yep, they've already done all the work. I'll just buy it and still spend way less money than I would doing it on my own. There's times where that math doesn't work, but in this case it did. So I'm going to put Edgar back here, and he'll watch the proceedings as we talk about Albert Pujols. Man, where do you put Albert Pujols all time in your list of players? If you think through the greats, you've got, to me, Ruth is number 1. Willie Mays. There's a lot of people that think Willie Mays is number 1. Don't know that they're wrong, but to me, Ruth, Mays, Bonds, Aaron, kind of the top 4, pretty easy for me. And then after that, it gets a lot more subjective, I guess, because You can look at different things, but when you think about what Albert Pujols did in his career, 3 MVP awards, at least 1 batting title, Rookie of the Year, I think, in 01. He's third all-time in homers. Yeah, Bonds, Aaron, Ruth, fourth. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't know that. Bonds, Aaron, Ruth, Pujols, 703 home runs. Second all-time in RBIs, only behind Hank Aaron. That's pretty crazy. And he had some really bad years there with the Angels. So the fact that he ended up with the counting stats that he did, the career marks that he did, is pretty astonishing, really. And he obviously went back to St. Louis this last year and was just totally rejuvenated a little bit. Kind of last hurrah for him. Yadi Molina, maybe Wainwright, we'll see. But I want to show you stuff that I have in my Pujols collection that I love having. And so I'm just going to go through a stack of these things, kind of a semi-Pujols showcase. I've got this relic card from the Hallbound Materials set of absolute memorabilia, absolute baseball, whatever. This was a cool set. I did the whole set just because I thought it was a neat little subset, jersey cards of different players, Kershaw and kind of guys that are Hallbound. So I have that of his. I have this autograph, which is interesting, and I keep this for a reason. This is Bowman Heritage. These are interesting because it's like PSA won't grade. Like they say questionable authenticity. I sent this in a long time ago. You can see that it's still a blue flip. That's how long ago it was. But it got the old dreaded N4. And it's because these particular cards, I have a Clemens that came back the same thing from this same set. There's a lot of fakes out there. And it just, I can't remember if it says on the back it's an autograph card. Maybe that's the problem. Well, there's the sticker, the hologram for the autograph, but it doesn't say anywhere like certified authentic autograph, right? So I think there was a bunch of people kind of making forgeries of these. Is this real? Is it not real? It looks pretty damn close to every other Pujols autograph I have, but then again, that's what scammers do. They try to make it look as realistic as possible. So yeah, there's the card by itself. Just, I don't know. Real, not real. Who knows? PSA says no, or questionable authenticity. I still keep it just because these are real. This is a National Treasures 2004, or Timeless Treasures, I should say, 2004. This is a card I picked up at the Missoula card show. And I'm so glad I kind of, during his unpopular period where Pujols was just struggling and his stuff wasn't very valuable. This is numbered to 5. I was getting Pujols stuff pretty cheap, and now it's all pretty expensive. Actually, I was going to look up some stuff. I'm going to do these autos, and then I'm going to look something up, and I'll be back. But let me finish these. This is one I got not long ago from JT. Leaf Monikers. This is also 04. This one's numbered to 25. So little bronze monikers. Not a huge fan of sticker autos, but there's not a ton of on-card stuff, except for this one is on-card. Look at that giant A. His autograph has changed over time. I mean, this is a newer card. This is from 2016. His A's have gotten a lot bigger, and numbered to 50. This is from Topps Mint. That's what this is called. Very cool. I have this awesome Autographics, Skybox Autographics, number to 103. I prefer Cardinal stuff for him just because that's what he's known for. And then the graded version autograph that I have for my collection is this Topps card. Love. The window is pretty good. You can tell he actually signed it afterwards because the autograph goes over the silver. So it's like he got the card with this white thing in it and just signed it. And his autograph actually goes into the silver border there. Kind of interesting. So this one's not numbered. But it has the same sticker as the other card. But it does say, congratulations, you've just received an authentic autograph, which the Bowman Heritage do not. So Kind of weird. All right, I'm going to look up some card prices of these rookies and kind of go through that because I think it's interesting what his card prices have done. So hang on. All right, I'm back. I had meant to do some of this research before and I kind of just forgot. Brain fart. So I have 3 of his rookies. I have the 01 Fleer Tradition is what I call it. In a PSA 9. This is a card I bought from George Diamond Yard. And I wanted to tell you kind of when I bought these and what I paid. So this I bought July 25th, 2021. So over a year ago. I paid $135 for it. And these are going for about $100 now. So not a whole lot of, well, an L on that one. If I needed to sell it, I'm not going to sell it, but it is worth less today than what I paid for it. And that happens from time to time. My second rookie that I have of his is this, I love this card, this 01 Top Stars. I just love the color combinations. I just think it totally works. This card looks so cool like this. I bought this just this year, January 15th, 2022. I paid $110 for it. And the last one sold for $175. So that's pretty much a going rate for these in the PSA 9. I don't own any 10s because I never like to pay the 10 premium if I don't have to. If it's worth it, I will, but Pujols stuff in 10s was pretty expensive. And then the big daddy of his rookie cards that I have, the 01 Topps Chrome Traded in a 9. I bought this one back in 18, February 12th, 2018. So 4.5 years ago. And I only paid $58 for this back then. This was in the height of Pujols just being very average, if not below average, in terms of his statistics. So his cards were cheap. It was also pre-boom, so everything was cheaper. But this card now is $550. So overall, I spent, what's that quick math? $300-ish. And I'm sitting at value of, what's that, 800, 850, something like that. So not bad. Again, none of them are for sale. It's just interesting. I'm glad I don't have to buy them now if I wanted one. So glad to have these. Again, would love to hear what you guys think about where Pujols ranks in your kind of, is he in the top 10? Is he in the top 20 all time? I don't know. Would love to hear what you think. I think he's up there for sure in terms of his all-time greatness. He is one of them. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you have a great day and keep collecting.